All right, everybody. Get the chat set up real quick, and I'll start talking. All right, called the Horde, but from the thumbnail, it has a particular flavor to I guess the pick, and that's what's your name? And the reason why I wrote that is Neriv, if I'm interpreting this correctly, cares about having unique tokens in play. He himself makes goblins, so if you make another goblin from another source, it doesn't count towards the paragraph on the bottom. Now, if I was to make a goblin shaman from, like, say, the Fable Lemire Breaker, that's a separate token that's unique. And in that scenario, when this attacks, I'd get 2 cards off the top of my library. There's 2 kind of ways I thought about building this. One of them was Spellslinger, where you have a cheap mana investment per body, and that means you have a really strong early game. However, if you're casting, rinky-dink spells, the quality of the card of your deck for the mid to late game is pretty poor. And in that scenario, all you're going to be doing is seeing a lot of cards, but there are going to be a lot of bad cards, if that makes any sense. So I went with more of a philosophy of, let's play for the mid to late game, and let's have things that are, effective and scare our opponents. So it means they're a little more engine-like rather than just one-off spellslinger kind of effects. But in terms of how Neriv kind of rewards you for doing the spellslinger side of things, because he will enable you to kind of like pseudo replenish your hand. I mean, you only get access to the cards if you attack with him, but nonetheless, it's a weird card advantage piece. So up to you how you want to build this, but I would say overall, regardless of what direction you take it, this deck's a bitch and a half to make. Takes a lot of like OCD, because if you want to maximize the value, you have to make sure every single card makes a unique token. And that means, you have to pick the best version of whatever token that you make. That's a lot of search engine typing, and it's probably why there's not a lot of decks like floating around out there. Is it just takes a lot of work to build, a lot of time, a lot of like things that like most Magic players don't want to do. I think the other deck that like kind of is a deck building challenge is kind of like Volo, where you're screening creature typings and not trying to have any duplicates, so you get copies of it every single thing you play. So kind of a similar situation with this, only I'm chasing card advantage instead of copies. But enough about that. We'll talk about the synergy pieces. I'm not going to talk about removal and card advantage because I don't know. It's not very fun unless it offers like some kind of uniqueness to the list that like you can't get anywhere else that specifically works. But that kind of falls in the synergy side of things too. So getting started, we got Elspeth, Sun's champion, an oldie and a goodie, 69 cents, but she's one of the best. Outside of the newest Elspeth that doubles your token production, this one's still pretty good. I would say this old school one is probably the second best, right behind the new one that just came out. Make 3 soldiers, and then you chase an emblem that is kind of a game-ending effect. You give a pretty big anthem effect with flying, so all your tokens become evasive. Boomer Scrapper, you make a chunk token. I like chunk tokens too for their card advantage, so if we get this in the early game, we're not going to complain either. And then what's also cool is when a token leaves, our Boomer Scrapper gets bigger. Bone Cairn Butcher, I love effects that give our entire board Death Touch, because that means people don't want to trade down with 0 investment creatures. So they either take their beats or they lose their pieces. and both feel pretty terrible. Elder Arthur Maxon. It's just a way to train. Gives all our tokens training, so like if they attack and there's something big attacking alongside them, they all get +1/+1 counter. So it's like a anthem effect that's permanent. Oh, sorry. Indigestion. And then you could give himself indestructible by sacking a creature. Hard to get rid of. Silvering Squadron makes knights. Baron Bertram Greywater makes us vampire rogue tokens. Triggers every time we make a token, and then gives us card advantage. Toby Beastie Befriender. This is one of our evasion pieces. If we attack with 4 more tokens gain flying. Super good. Nayali Sun's Vanguard. This gives our tokens double strike, which is a finisher for us, and it gives us card advantage. The bottom paragraph. Pia Nalar, she triggers every time we cast something or play a land from exile, so we should be able to make a lot of Thopters with her. Super niche and super strong in this list. Shivering Witch. We could sack creatures that give a -2/-2 stat to something. Make rat tokens too. This gives us spirit tokens on NSEP. I'm not a big fan of like. So you want to be making tokens main phase or during combat, so Neriv sees the maximum number, but beggars can't be choosers. She's one of the best token generators in the game. They're also evasive, so I don't know. Beggars can't be choosers, and there's not any other spirit generator that even comes close to competing with this. Nesting Dragon, I like this for the fact that it produces 2 different token types. It makes egg tokens and it makes a dragon token. You want to play as many cards that could generate multiple types of tokens as possible. I have a couple in here, but that's why this is here. Super strong for what we're trying to do. Ophiomancer's just an annoying guy. There was a time when this was a $10 card, but no one wants to trade again with a death touching token that just gets replenished, so it staves off a lot of aggro from your end. Marinette Apprentice gives us an alternate way of winning and gives us a servo token. Soul Spirit Protector boards. Our biggest, like, I guess, crux of this deck is, or all go wide strategies, is you're vulnerable to board wipes. I think because we built this as an engine list, we're a little bit less susceptible to the silver bullet. It's still a bullet, but it's not like a game-ending effect. If our board gets wiped, we can just rebuild. Grave Titan for zombie tokens. Secure Ton Squadron. We'll be trying to play this where we make a copy of itself. Then we make a unique token, and whenever a token comes down, it'll come down with multiple +1/+1 counters. Apothecary White. This is our human generator, and it generates food. 2-in-1, and this, like, generating humans, I've lost to this commander several times. It's a super strong commander. I feel like for $1, you have no idea how broken she is until you've been beaten by yourself. So I can't wait to, put the shoe on someone else, I guess. Tari's Sun's Glory makes rebel tokens, and it's recursive if we get it back from our graveyard, as long as we have a rebel in play. Ishin doubles our combat triggers. I tried, not only does this combo with our commander, but we have several creatures that trigger on attack and generates tokens, so we double our token generators. If you want to follow this route more hard and just fill this with as many creatures that generate tokens on attack, I would do it. If you plan on running these, I'm running a fair bit, so I didn't have a reason not to. And who doesn't like to see more cards with your commander? Kimball, he's super cool in that we get a copy of every token anyone else makes, so we could generate a lot of unique tokens with this guy. Inox Strike Leader gives indestructibility to our board. And Imp Call generates gnomes. He's super good in that he doesn't have to be the one that attacks. Something just attacks, and then you make gnomes. It's very similar to Adeline, but in red white. Forbidden Friendship. I couldn't ignore this. I know I said I was going to do like the Spellslinger thing, but this makes 2 unique token types for 2 mana. The ray is just too strong for me to pass up on. Grand Crescendo. I'm super happy that this is no budget friendly. It got reprinted in the most recent Commander decks and gives us a citizen token and gives our board indestructible at instant speed. And you can sink extra to make more dudes. Eldrazi Monument. Again, dealing with our board wipes, but it gives their stuff evasion and a stat increase. March of the Canonized. This gives us 2 unique token types, vampires and vampire demons. We ride at dawn. Makes our commander a little more resilient in terms of it gives our legendary creature spells of convoke, which we have a fair amount in this list. So it's not just handy for our commander, but whenever our commander attacks, we make a Merc token. And then we can tap our tokens, obviously, to cast legendary spells. Super handy. Felidar Retreat. My philosophy with this card is if you could generate more power with the token, or sorry, not with the token. If you generate more power with the counter, always select the counter. But we'll always pick the cat beast first to diversify our tokens, and then from that point forward, if we have at least 2 creatures in play, doing the counter is always probably going to be better. When Craig Siege to double our attack triggers. Cathar's Crusade to make our big board really big with all the tokens we generate. Monologue Tax to generate treasure tokens. Court of Grace lets us generate 2 unique token typings depending on if we hold the Monarch. If we don't, we get a bird, and then if we do, we get an angel. Dollmaker Shop and Porcelain Gallery. This is one of our finishers. We make a unique toy token, and then on the gallery side, creatures have base power toughness equal number of creatures you control. So we should have the biggest board, thus we should have the biggest creatures at the same time. True Conviction, another finisher where our creatures get double strike and lifelink. And that's it for the budget version. Let's go talk about the budget less version. By type. We subbed out Elspeth, the oldie one from the new one, to double our token production. Mostly because they both generate soldier tokens, so I only could pick one just for like continuation of that like theme of each thing makes its own unique thing. A lot of things in this list. But she's also good in that we get to put a counter on our tie board and give our board flying for 0. That's pretty backbreaking. When we're trying to finish out the game, that will be what we're trying to do. Agate Instigator, we can make a unique token for paying its offspring cost. And then we have an Impact Tremors effect on 2 different bodies. Johnny Nicalpri, we make a Cat Warrior token. And then whenever a cat dies, we flip him. And his 0 ability is so goddamn annoying. I've lost to this ability a couple of times. You make a cat, and then you just plink something off based on your board size. Anim Pakal, the 1000th moon. We already talked about that. We find something that's more unique. Brahma's King of Oreskos. We make a cat soldier, not a cat warrior. So we get to play this. Triggers on make attacks and blocking. Charismatic Conqueror. I swapped out Canonized for this vampire generator. It's just more annoying where opponents have to like pick and choose. Um, Whenever a creature or an artifact comes in, if they don't tap their stuff down, we get a vampire. Um, Pretty backbreaking, especially in the mid to late game when they have to consider, do I want to take a beating from his board, or do I just let my stuff come down tapped, untapped rather? It's hard. It's a lose lose scenario with this guy. There's a reason why he's $20. Let's just put it that way. Playing Jackrabbit. I've makes a unique rabbit token. It's also an attack trigger I want to try and take advantage of. Moundrag to double our token production. Ocelot Pride. What's up, Pride? This guy, whenever we gain life, we make a 1/1 cat token, and then we double the token production that we've had for that turn. So it's a unique way of doubling token output. It's a delayed trigger. You just have to assign. Not hard to do when you're playing a token strategy. I never had the pleasure of playing it, so I'm pretty excited to try it out myself. Ojer for tripling tokens. Prosper the Tomebound. He is super great in this list. Probably one of the A-listers because Neriv exiles stuff off the top of our library. Prosper basically gives us a discount in mana via treasure tokens whenever we cast something from exile. And then because we have so many token doublers and triplers, it gets even stronger and better. This replaced, I think it was Monologue Tax. Roaming Throne for doubling our dragon triggers. We got a couple. Will be super good in here. Skirkyard High Priest. It's actually budget friendly, but for whatever reason, I didn't think to include this in the budget version. I want to see if I liked it or not. It has a morbid trigger, so something has to die before you can activate. Tap 2 untap things, you make a black demon with flying. Super good. I'm wondering if that morbid issue is going to be a problem, but there's 4 turns per revolution. Something's bound to die. You'll probably get an activation, and you make a pretty scary token. Chroma's Will is a finisher. For commanders in play, we get everything top to bottom. Clever Concealment. I love phasing out our board the most because it dodges the nasty board wipes. So it means we dodge Toxic Deluge and we dodge Cyclonic Rift versus giving our board indestructibility isn't quite good enough. When you don't have a budget, jam as many of these phasing out board effects as you can because of how popular Toxic Deluge and Cyclonic Rift is. It's just a counter to like the meta. You have to do it if you're serious about playing Magic, or you want to compete with serious players. You have to pay the top dollar to run these kinds of cards. Chivalric Alliance. This should replace the Sky Knights. Card advantage, and we could just make a 2/2 knight whenever we feel like it. Passionate Archaeologist only works with like decks that like the exile things because we shoot opponents based on the mana value of the cards we cast from exile. We cast a lot of things from exile, so it was kind of like a low hanging fruit I couldn't quite ignore. And that's the end of that. So let's get into the games. And Ben, we talked for 20 minutes. Token decks are pretty straightforward. The only thing that's like crappy about them is they're new player friendly. they're popular for that reason, and supply and demand makes them incredibly expensive to play. Unfortunately, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot. You want new players to have a good experience, but if all the new players want to play token decks, then the well dries up essentially. And that was like also part of why building on a budget was kind of a pain in the ass. Is most of the good token generators were expensive as hell. Hmm. You no, it's too slow. Let's make my own lobby. Wait to see what happens. See sound check. Still good. Good. Yeah, Zergo's pretty sick. I like both versions of Zergo from this new set. It's a Pippin Mary list, Horde of Notions, and a vampire list. Well, we have a lot of card advantage, so hopefully we find some ramp. I'm okay with being a little lopsided when you have two pieces of card advantage in your starting hand. Yeah, Aristocrats one is sick. If they die in either version, it's like no skin off your back. I don't know. I imagine you want to draw cards more than you want to drain, but if you're in a pinch and you have a sack out, it's like I have an alternative way of winning other than in combat from the command zone. That can't be too bad. I would say Zergo is probably one of the better aristocrat commanders I've seen in a while. At least from the past 4 months. All these new sets. I have a turn one play, so we'll get a triome. I think I have one in this list. I don't. Well, I thought I did. Um, see, I need double white for this, so white red. I don't have a red source. Look at Sacred Foundry. No. Sometimes I build decks and I forget the triome. Occasionally goes down that way. Slips the mind. Caesar is still really good though. I go for Night's Whisper and just discard a card. Because there's no way I could play anything, or if I should just wait. But if I go with, if I wait till after, then I have Ishin. Yeah, game ain't going anywhere fast, so maybe I just don't play the Night's Whisper and just wait. Got plenty of things to do in our hand. I was hoping I'd find a rock. Maybe I'll naturally draw it this coming turn. It's kind of bizarre. He doesn't have an elemental in his hand. Or maybe he can't play anything, didn't want to bother showing us. That could be the reason. Couldn't play him anyways, doesn't want to reveal stuff in his hand if he can't play it. Ooh, Prosper. This is going to be a good kind of opener, I feel like. What's sad is I don't have any token generators yet. I guess I have Prosper. Just impatient. This is the downside of not doing the Spellslinger version of the list, is that you have a slower start. Maybe next turn, instead of playing Ishin, I'll play Ren's Resolve, and then find a land drop to secure my turn 4 play. And then I could get a treasure from playing whatever's left over the following turn. Actually, no, that'd tie up my mana. I won't be able to do that. It's a bummer. Forbidden Orchard. Man, she gave me the token. Oh, damn. That would have been a Chad move. Give me the token so I could see more cards. The correct thing to do. I think he drew the Farseek because if he had it in his opener, he would have played it. Or if he had it last turn, he would have let this come in untapped, I'm sure. There's no way, like, this is an elemental heavy list. He's probably running as many as he can. The only person I'm kind of nervous about is the elemental player. I just hate 5-color decks. They just get to play with everything and anything. There's almost like no excuse for like 5 color decks to lose in a long game because they have so many options. You should hit critical mass and run you over. There's no real punishment in the bracket system for playing a greedy mana base, especially in like low brackets, because no one's allowed to play things like Blood Moon, what have you. Just 5 color decks get a pass, I guess. I'm not gonna be able to play that Nesting Dragon. That's a damn shame. Just a little too expensive. It's one of our better performers because it nets us 2 unique token types. Should be able to block this somewhat consistently. This makes 1/1s. I don't know about this guy in the middle. Probably not. Everything in that list is probably a big dumb idiot in terms of stat blocks. Going for blood, huh? Yeah, I am running that one because it's card density. It's super good for what I want. It's the only like card that really does that for 2 mana. Forbidden Friendship is what it's called. Yeah, I doubt he'll ever give me that token. It'd be a mistake if he did. Damn, this thing has haste. Very obnoxious. It's hard to keep down. Vigilance and Trample, too. It's got like the trifecta of asshole keywords. And he hits me. Alright. That's fine. Again? Oh, he's going this way. Wasn't expecting that. The guy in the middle must have not liked that I Ren's resolved. That's the tipping point of that was. Does he play Inja? Angie? For the value. I'm surprised the elemental player didn't attack the guy that's been ramping. Or has access to ramp. It doesn't help that I'm also like second last on turn order. It's pretty elite. Just obnoxious. Hey, we got a path to exile, so we can if that Horde Notion comes our way again, we'd use the treasure token to shoot this away. Although, I only get it when I cast something. Yeah. Damn. I have a Death Toucher if he wants to trade. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I feel like my treasure tokens are much more valuable, especially if I'm going to make triple of them with this. I probably can't just give this away too freely. Man, Cathar's Crusade, too. Just hit back to back the top end of my deck. I think I only run 3 5-drops, and I hit 2 of them with these like limited time only impulse effects, kind of stings. Cathar's Crusade is a little more of a important thing to me because it scales up our board. It's one of the best performers again. Hopefully we find a land to play it because I don't want to let that one go. I go 1-4. I can block this. I don't know. I don't know why he's out doing this. He's got 1 mana. It feels weird. Maybe he's not aware of, that was a stupid attack. Why didn't it read? I think he thought my Prosper had 2 power, and that's why he thought it was safe to attack me. Or Storm Surge. Ugh. That's a brutal card. Websta said goofed in the chat. He's changing up who he's hitting, but like this is gonna start plinking off people's things. If I get a land, I could start sizing my board up. Be less vulnerable to that, but he could also just shoot players directly with that ability. It doesn't have to hit my board with it. Nice. All of his creatures now have Death Touch, so I guess that leaves my direction or his direction attack with this thing. Then again, still probably get shot here in a little bit by that. It says haste. You ain't gonna block with that anyways. If anything, I would attack with this and left the 1/1 up for blocking. Damn. Did not find a land. Well, I found a Grasp of Fate for that. Sucks that I tried looking for a land with a Night's Whisper and didn't hit one. And I'm running 35 lands. I'm running a respectable amount. And my mana curve is, I think, 2.01. Goodbye, Cathar's Crusade. Mana Confluence. Do I always have access? I don't think I do. End of my next turn. Yeah, I don't think I could touch this anymore. Shouldn't be able to. To the right place. Well, I could play that land, I think, right? Or is it a cast? Yeah, I could play this, so. Play the Confluence and make my treasure. Wonder if I was going to be greedy and maybe go for this, but there's no way I can and should tolerate that being around. Super backbreaking. We need to hit this to prevent the overrun effect from happening. And I feel like I'm pretty tight with the guy on the right. I might do him a solid and only take away the spirit. I mean, I would prefer to only upset one person, and that's probably the middle player. who's firmly in the lead right now. I could gain favor by replicating tokens and that only. Stuff to say. The left player seems to be hurting for mana too. Shoots up for 6. I imagine he doesn't tap it down. My vampire token. He's shooting my charismatic conqueror. Okay. Wow. The spit bellow does 6 damage, and then the war storm surge does 6 damage. So 2 more things are gonna die. Sagra dies here. Yep. And this guy is just pissing everybody off. Yeah, I have to play Grasp of Fade. There's no going for value plays. Yeah, I might be a total G and just take away tokens from these two and just solely do something to the guy in the middle. I feel like I need these two to beat this asshole in the middle. I just like I don't really cards in my hand are too expensive. I can't cast multiple things a turn. Not yet anyways. This guy's just super far ahead of us. Need him to slow down. Luckily he hasn't found any card advantage yet, so 6. It looks like we're all stumbling in some shape, way, or form, except for this guy in the middle. Or me and the guy on the left, we both missed land drops. This guy on the right, he had a burnish heart, so it was pretty sluggish himself. But that's the only thing he's really done this game. The only like saving grace we got going for us really is he only has 3 cards in hand, the middle player. It almost doesn't matter because he could just animate these for 5 Wooburg. So we'll just have throwaway creatures coming our way over and over again. Interesting card. Stab wound. Does less damage, I guess. Oh, Signet, where have you been? Sucks out. We have both Mana Confluence and City of Brass, and we have been taking a beating from this middle player. It's been kind of a thorn in our ass this entire fucking game. Killed almost my whole board last turn with this goddamn spell. We're gonna hook people up. I think bodies are more important to him, so he could hit this dude. So I think the food is better, more desirable. I could be an asshole and take his chromatic lantern, but like I said, I'm feeling generous this game. I imagine he will be wanting to kill me, so you get this back as soon as he can. Debating about pathing the horde and tying up his mana. He just brings back this lightning skelemental and hits someone, makes him discard cards. Hopefully it's not me if I elect to not path it. Alright, left player's getting out of his hole. Ideally, so it sucks because he'll have enough mana to cast it again. He'll have haste, and he'll be a 5/5. I'm just like, if I do it on his turn, I deny him the ability to bring this shit back for at least a turn. Guess we let it ride. See what happens. This guy's been AFK. I have a feeling the guy will animate the Skelemental and hit me with it because I have 6 cards in hand. You could hit the guy on the left because he has full grip. Just don't know anymore. I guess I could path the thing he animates, and then he can never bring it back. Lightning Axe and Soul of the Harvest. Buried Alive. Oh my god. That's a dick punch. I'm sure these are going to be awful elementals of some kind. Explume Ancient, Bane of Progress, Shriekmaw. God, I hate 5-color decks. Blood Boy. Doesn't help. So we could blow up the Bane of or play Bane of Progress, blow up all the artifacts and enchantments. That's probably got the left player's interest. He'll get his Warstorm Surge back. Is he? This minutes. That is why. I think I'm gonna path on his end step so I can maximize my mana. Because I was gonna do it on his end step anyways. I just need to delay him animating this shit as long as I can. And I don't know. We're kind of in a desperate mode right now. And it'll open the lane for this guy on the left to get a good chunk of damage off on him. You play several creatures because these are all legendary. It sounds like fun. Gotta lead off with Dawn, and we need white sources. All these tap for white, so I guess we're in good shape in that department. Stings. But we played 3 cards that turn. That feels nice. Diversified our tokens up a bit. Made a path for this guy on the left to get some damage in. Is makes another body, so 3, 6. No, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 25 damage. Assuming he makes a body, assuming he sacks the foods and alpha strikes here. He should. That way his token doesn't have summoning sickness. There you go. Nice. With our combined efforts, we might be able to finish him off. If his best play is just playing his commander. Do the things. His board a little bit bigger. Nice. He makes. They have summoning sickness. So it's good, but it's not. Doesn't change much. I guess he can make multiple foods. Oh, can he make? Will he have 6 total? He's 1 food short from being able to kill him in 1 hit. There you go. So his board will get +6/+6 and he dies. Now it feels like I wasted my Path to Exile a little bit, but I couldn't have predicted that he would do all this. Oh, what are you doing? He sacked the foods to make this bigger instead of hitting this guy. This guy should be dead. Fuck. That was a really greedy, stupid play, I feel like. Because now he gets to do this bullshit and put us back on the, like, timer again. Ugh. Maybe he's looking to finish us all off in 1 turn. Maybe that's why he did it the way that he did. Or he didn't see the line. That could have been it too. Jackrabbit's a little fun. Doubling the attack triggers from this could be cool. I've been so busy trying to recover that. Do I guess I could cast Ojur, make some tokens. Doesn't sound bad. The food tokens will be nice because I'm in desperate need of health. You down. Self one. Go to combat. I net more tokens from making these sacrificial lambs. I kind of want this to flip over so I can shoot this off and just keep annoying this asshole. I want him to die. So I should make 4 foods. Math's right. Huh. No, I should have made. Oh, it's creature tokens. Shit. So when I activate this, I'll make 6. Okay. I was like, whoa, what happened? Should have been a lot more. Come on. I want you to block the cat so I could kill the. He's just letting it hit him. Damn it. Why? Well, I wasn't expecting that. I kind of wanted this damned cat to die. I don't have to do this at sorcery speed, so I'll do it at instant speed. I don't know when, you know, that it will be necessary, but it could. The tokens would have been white, so like I couldn't cast Ishin off of them either. There's no reason. I need a red and black to cast this. My next turn will be super sweet too. Assuming I'm allowed to live. Maybe I should attack this guy. Maybe he would have blocked and gave me what I wanted. Guess I have to set stops. Just in case these guys get a wild hair up their asses and want to attack me. I can combat trick them with the humans they make. Making the feasting hobbit bigger. I can't block it, so I'm just gonna let it ride and ignore it for now. Hopefully I'm not on his radar. Hopefully he's motivated by the fact that he has all this shit in his graveyard in a way to animate it. If I was a mill player, I would cast Commander and animate the Nyx Bloom or the Bane of Progress. It's hard to say which one you'd pick. If you picked Bane, you'd sweep up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be a 10-10. It's 4 foods, not 3. That makes way more sense. I was getting pretty pissed about this play, but that makes way more sense, actually. 4 foods is kind of steep. He's hitting me. So fucking dumb. I could have messed with his commander with my Grass of Fate. If I knew he was going to be an asshole, I would have taken that. Especially with what's going on in here. I genuinely want to know what the fuck that was for. I'm not gonna give the middle guy any like play plans, but like so fucking dumb. Oh, that's what I get for doing favors for people. Get fucking roasted. I could have denied him so many foods that he fed into this, which is what like gets me the most pissed off about this whole situation. It's his fucking big progress back. Can't use my two of my lands, and I'm about to lose a rock. You can make double the food tokens, but I have no health. I will die to a stiff breeze or this fucking thing. Man, I'm still pretty bitter about that goddamn hit from this thing. I still don't know why I did it. His reasoning was because I was about to make one once. Hmm. What are you talking about? Whatever this guy's talking about, I don't fucking understand. He's off his rocker. Ugh. I can make some health with the food tokens, maybe enough to survive the surge. Feels awful. I don't know. There's a lot of things that kill me this game. Sick to set up if I live long enough. There's nothing really worth me killing right now. Kill this. Sure, let's kill the thing. Permanent. Couldn't even do that. Never mind. Need my mana to gain some health. The only person I'm kind of cool with is this vampire player. These two can go straight to hell. In net, um, or life. So if he plays his commander and targets me with this, I go to 1. He has 2 things to play, then I'm just dead. It's possible because he's got this still. To play this game without ever playing our commander. It's been, I don't know, too many crazy shit's been going on. Too much stuff to play around. Mostly this middle guy. Oh, set put a stop. That's why we missed. Right. Response to that, no. This is why you want phase out effects, so this doesn't happen. I feel like this breaks the game. In a brutal game. I want to see what he targets this War Storm Surge before I get up and check what my kid needs. He's crying right now. And then I could just yield beyond that point. Imagine Johnny dies to, well, if he targets me with the War Storm, then it doesn't matter. I feel like this guy's lived way longer than he should have. I guess I got to keep my Planeswalker. Both of these guys are awful with their timers. Holy shit. Who are you targeting? Is that me? It's targeting me. Okay. One. Into our outs here. This drives me nuts that I was trying to help the table and this guy just totally backstabbed us. I want this guy to like catch flames. Could have messed with his board with my Grasp of Fate and I didn't. And then alright. Cool. So we get to play a new game. Yeah. That was something else. Oh, my blood's boiling from that. Response, so I don't give a shit. Oh man. It's been a while since I've been angry over Magic, but that got my blood boiling. It's the last time I do anybody any fucking favors, that's for sure. Oh, because like he got like 3 turns with his commander to make food tokens that I could have denied him if I knew he was gonna hit me with that damn thing anyways. I would never have let him keep it. Just moving on, I guess. Play the budget list next. Using my Path to Exile on the guy's commander when I could have saved it. And I did that to open the lane for the guy on the left to swing and hit him. Could have saved that removal spell to kill the goddamn hobbit that was going to hit me for 17 damage. Oh god, that did not play out at all how I was expecting it to. like everything that could have went wrong went wrong in that game. It was just that guy on the left, like the guy in the middle was just doing his thing. The guy in the middle probably just got away with bloody fucking murder. All because I thought we were on the same page. I don't know why I thought we were. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if he didn't hit me, uh, he hit the guy in the middle like I was expecting him to, like, his position wouldn't have changed because he got the toxic. So, like, he had an answer to what I was doing. Tired of waiting. Play with a weaker deck. It's only a bracket difference, but I want to see if my bracket 2 budget list can compete with a bunch of uh, budgetless lists. Purifying Blade, which is a life gain control list, most likely. This is a Voltron Spellslinger. I don't have any ramp, but my turn 2 and turn 3 are pretty sick. Maybe someone plays a treasure making thing. I can get a treasure and we ramp that way. No one's playing black but me, so my exotic orchard is not that great. It's a red-white land, essentially. What are we doing on sound? We're still good. Hmm. Lousy turn order again. I wonder how many games I lose because of turn order. It's probably a lot. This card represents 40% of my deck list. The tap land all the way. Weird card. This is kind of a strange land to lead off with. Um, Guess he gets fast mana with it at this stage of the game. Not blocking with him, so I might as well hit someone for one whole damage. Don't forget it. Other player might not be in good shape. Double white. Decent famine's good. Gonna Fluid and mana. The counters went on during his what do you call it? Draw step. So yeah, I misremembered that. After your draw step. Damn. It's a little bit better than I thought it was. Tutored the Mox Opal. Please cast 1, 2. This will be 3 spells. He can discard his hand and draw 3 if he wants. This is a storm list. Does he really have another spell to cast? I'd be blown away if he did. Oh, he does. Okay. He bounces on Mox so he can cast it again. Get his spell count to 5. I mean, that's 2 cards out of this whole thing. He's still going. Holy shit. Okay. So he nets 4 cards and goes back up to 6. What an annoying. Sets the tone of what to expect from this guy for sure. We're gonna thin ice his commander and put an end to that. At least make him work for it. He needs his commander for this deck to function. Black or white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plains it is. Does this have ward or any bullshit like that? Oh. Started a pyretic ritual and a talisman in progress. Ooh. This exiles 3 cards from graveyards. I would hit every cheap spell in his. I would hit the pyretic. Yeah, I would hit the faithless looting and the chain vapor. This thing's really expensive to cast, so I don't know about that. Still a good card against this kind of strategy. I would have still taken away the Faithless Looting because it's a piece he can use. TP rips a card off its top. Seething Song. Cast 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. And that's 4. At least it seems like everyone in this lobby is on the same page so far. Kill the Storm player who's seen a quarter of his deck on turn 4 already. Hopefully we find a untapped land. Nope. Lift. That sucks. Unwatcher. It's not bad. Can get more equipment, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what terrible turn will have for us now. He has access to 7 mana. This game does feel like it's close to being over, though, based on how this guy's been playing. He's playing Sensei's top. He might be doing Sensei loops. The card's good. Gets 4 mana, which is all he cares about. Making mana and drawing cards. That's all they want to do. Is that Elsha the Infinite? No. I don't care. Just let him do his thing. The fact that you talk to him is just delaying the game. He's gonna put us out of his misery, then let him do it. Imagine he minus threes. No, he's just not done yet. Since and sorceries have storm. Let's see more cards. He has played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spells so far. So that's 2 cards. We can't kill him either. He probably had another turn. We didn't have lethal on board. You'd have chump blocked. I think he scooped way too early. They're both doing their thing, so. Guess I got the guy on the right. They're just gonna come my way. I have 4 different tokens, so my next attack's gonna be kind of nice. Let's say Flicker Hate Bear. This guy playing the Voltron deck doesn't finish me off too quickly. My way. It is fine. Sing Dragon's a little expensive. So it's Securitron. Oh, it's kind of a cool little setup. He attaches, reattaches. He could do it multiple times a turn. Ooh, Slimming Gallery. That's pretty dope. I wish I had one extra mana, then I could really put some pain on this guy on the right. We could actually trade blows a little more effectively. I could find a land with an attack. Since I have to wait till post combat anyways, I might as well play the left half of the door just to get more bodies into play. Dalmarker shop. It's shoots me for one, or he gets whatever it's called, Path to Exile or something like that. Kills my dragon, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Care if these die. I'll get a new set when my commander comes down. Combine blocking. You have to think too much about that. For Ophomancer, or do I keep up mana for Crescendo? Imagine most people want to keep their boards. Maybe I play Ophomancer instead. I don't have a black source. Shit. Dumb of me. Get one black sources here. Guess I have Crescendo up. The guy surrendered. Well, it was 1-on-1 anyways. That has not changed. It just means his deck's a lot better. It's hard to beat Voltronless in 1-on-1, but we're gonna try. Menace. Oh, no. Grand Crescendo. The path. Then. Wish I could turn this on and start chipping away at this life total a little bit better. Throwing it up. I go for. It's only this, really. The swamp. That seems to be an issue. We gain anything for attacking? Not yet. I kind of want to just keep on blocking with my spirit token for as long as I can. I could use this path whenever. Man, if I do get the 6 mana, my board gets plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They become 9 9s. Get another board wipe, I'm sure. The fact that he just gets a tutor multiple times. Like, I should lose to this. It's really frustrating to have to play around this fucking thing in a one-on-one game. He circumvents a lot of the costs of this commander, which is why it's a good fit. Everything. Well, I get my land, I guess. Sure. You detach it one more time. Do I path it now before he has a chance to look, or do I look after? Probably goes to combat first. Hits me, and then tutors. I guess he tutors the same out of like knowing shit. Feels bad using a path on something like this, but I guess it's what's gaining him life and stuff. Doesn't feel good though. Just a trample or anything like that. Just make it sacrificial lamb for now. Feel a blowout coming on. Still do something weird. Still become 8/8s. Oh yeah, you get some blows up my enchantment. Done. He's just effectively trading 1 for 1 over and over and over again. Yeah. You trade this off. Just blocking the dinosaur. It sucks I'm not even trading with cards that are in his hand. He's just trading cards with stuff in his library. Sure, you could detach this to get a protection spell if you wanted to. I don't know how I could beat this. You gotta like pray that he does something stupid and doesn't leave any mana open. That's all you can really do. 'Cause he has a toolbox answer to everything with this current setup. bunch of copies of this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's not my commander. So you could kill it again, I'm sure. Another cheap ass removal spell. There's a 10 card lead on me. If I somehow beat him, be a Christmas miracle. Attack the elephant. He so graciously or generously gave me. This feels like a board wipe. Nobody offer this up to me. See if he has it. Yeah. Guess we'll do this until you run out of fucking removal in your hand or in your library. I don't know how much you got, but I imagine you have more. You've only played 2 removal spells. 3. So law of average says you have at least 7 more in there to kill my commander. It's a board wipe. Yeah, probably is. Yeah, block that. Let's do this and see what happens. Sure, everything dies. The monument. That's not bad. I think he has to follow timing restrictions. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Get red and white. Right. What a shocker. It's no full grip. You do anything. Yes. I'm surprised he let me get that attack off. I shouldn't have been able to. He had the stroke in his hand. He could have killed my commander, prevented me from playing a bunch of stuff like a land, a signet. Could have prevented me from playing that. Board wipe. Stuff has haste, so he could like recast commander and untap his lands. The tax doesn't matter. He's got plenty of mana. Okay. Here's how I block and attack this turn. I think you just, yeah, I can't block him at all. If you wish to do that, he could get an extra combat spell. Finish me off. I feel a lot of this could have been avoided as well. It's delaying this game. Toying with me probably this entire time. Probably could have finished me off a long ass time ago. It's a tutor for any equipment. Still curing. Savine's Reclamation to get what back? Lands? That's all you had in there. So I'll get my Marionette Apprentice down before my shit dies. Oh. Hmm. Just didn't do anything last time, so. It's the gap in cards, I guess. Ooh, requisition raid. I'm gonna try and blow up some shit. Get rid of the Sunforger. Get rid of the Outpost Siege. I'm fucking pissed. So that's it. We knew this was a long shot anyways. I feel like this guy could have killed us way before now, which is a little the insulting part about this game. Tutoring 3 times a turn, leaving 1 activation left so he could just interact with whatever interaction I draw. Produces anything that flies, so. I think that's lethal. Produces goes to 5. Yeah. Good game. Well, tonight was an awful night for Magic. I don't remember the last time I had more irritated with a game of Magic. Let alone 2 games in a row. I guess next time. What do I have planned for the channel in the next coming future here? I guess I could. My planning to just file and edit these videos down. It takes me a good chunk of my time, and then guess get ready to start talking about spoiler season for the next set. Um, which I think is Final Fantasy, right? It's kind of weird. We just had, you know, Dragonstorm come out. We're already like on the cusp of another set coming out. Hmm. Yeah, Final Fantasy starts in June. When does the final when does spoiler season start? I like Draftism. We got good information on here. It's the full galleries on June 3rd. Starts the we're way past the 18th. It's usually 2 weeks before June 3rd, so 20th, I'm guessing. 20th of May. So we got a month of time. Um, in between then, I guess, what I plan on doing. I don't know. Talking about magic in ways that I haven't done before. So, like, I kind of want to do a collaboration with someone. I don't know who, but I was reached out to on Facebook. Maybe we'll circle back to them because they're on the a military magic group, so I kind of fit nicely with them, being a vet and all. Um, Last time I couldn't really find time to do it because uh, they only got together on weekends, and I exclusively worked weekends, and now my schedule's obviously different now. I have weekends off, so I like to do that, and I also thought about interviewing some players, people that have influenced how I play, and I don't know, say a bunch of good things about them, so people get a better I guess a little insight as to how I became the player that I am today. Um, Maybe that would be helpful for a lot of new players that want to, you know, I guess change. Um, I I always thought I knew everything that had to be known about Magic until I met a select couple of people, and then prove me wrong, and it leaves me open to just new knowledge in general about Magic. Um, if I could have that effect on someone else, that'd be really cool. One of them is even in here watching. I think he's shadow watching right now, but super cool. Can't wait to talk to him. Um, Call it a night. Thanks for watching. Take care.